to you from the international headquarters, ScottieDTV, but I was at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and they have just got a ton of cool stuff there. Even if you're not crazy about Corvettes, just the history, the automotive history that there is cool to see. And of course they have a lot of concept cars, and the concept car I'm covering today is the 1970 XP895. I think y'all are going to enjoy it. Let me get the camera turned around and take a quick look at it. How cool is that? That's actually a good looking concept car, right? And I encourage you, again, to go to the Corvette Museum, because there's where you can really study it and look at it and do research. I'm no historian, and I don't even want to start to get into the history, because there's people that study these cars down to every last bolt, even the concept cars. So I will tell you that the body was contracted with Reynolds aluminum, and so this is not a fiberglass body car, it's an aluminum body car. It's when they were exploring that. But Zora, he was down with the mid-engine Corvette the whole time he was there. I mean, he was just was sure. And from what I can tell, the XP895 is the motor and engine, and they put it in what they call a 72. So there's even conflicting years of trying to understand what's going on here. The Corvette Museum does a wonderful job of putting displays out and making them interesting and informative and all of that. And so I don't want to get in and yeah, you know, I don't know anything but cool, guys. I mean, I'm not trying to act like I'm a historian and I know this stuff. I can tell you it's you know, those wheels look like what, 73, pretty close to about 73 wheels. I had a 79 Trans Am as my first car, and it was a silver anniversary car, 10th anniversary car, and it had that silver type interior in it, which I thought was cool. It's like a 73 seat, but it's covered in that silver leather they used on the 10th anniversary Trans Am. It was powered by V8. That's what was sitting over there, for those of you non-motorheads that didn't know that. Yeah, I thought it was interesting as a 3-speed automatic, but you know, 73, 68, whatever, 70, you know, that was it. That's what they had. They hadn't figured out overdrive yet. They debuted it at the 1970 New York Auto Show. It just took a long time. Corvette was selling all the Corvettes they could make, so they weren't interested in making any big change. And I'm not saying that's why they did it now, but when you go to the Corvette Museum, you will realize that Zora was down with the mid-engine all the time he was there. He was pushing for it. He was building concept cars for it. Even one of the cars that they built, I don't remember when I was doing my research, but one of the cars, mid-engine cars they built, turned into being like a Le Mans car. So, very cool. Like I said, if you've not been to the Corvette Museum, you need to get there. A lot of cool history, a lot of cool things to check out, like this display, and then you can do all the research on it you want, figure out what's really going on. So there you go, from the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, a 1970/1972 XP895 Concept Corvette, mid-engine. Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya! Hey y'all, make sure you subscribe to this channel and visit ScottieDTV.com for an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the one at the end of this video.